Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the daily audios, or almost daily, that we do. There's over 575 of those if you're interested on a variety of psychological, social, and coaching related topics. Hopefully, something that's of use to you if you're looking to get more progress out of your life, which is the main impetus behind this particular audio. Please feel free to reach out. Would love to work with you in 2021 and beyond, as progress rules is the concept of this particular audio. So, if you are looking for that, we can certainly connect in a more meaningful way. You can do that through Twitter, and that's at PO Perception, or you can do so here in the About Me section of this YouTube page. So, progress rules. And these are just rules for people that are committed to progress. Progress is one of the most important things in human existence, in that if we're not progressing, we will eventually regress and get off track with reaching our goals, dreams, and aspirations. So, if we have a positive relationship with the concept of progress, we will make things a whole lot easier on ourselves. The first thing to do if you want to be progress minded is to learn. Commit to the process of learning. Education about how people behave, education about how to better your life, education about factual things, education about differing opinions. Basically, the more knowledgeable you are about a variety of topics, the easier it is to reach your goals and build relationships that make your goals easier to reach. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to find agreement in things. You can be as far away from certain ideas and concepts being good or things you agree with as possible, but the more knowledgeable you are about the trends that are coming and things that are changing, the easier it becomes to reach and reach an understanding of people that are different from you, and thereby creating a wider berth of people with whom you can converse and connect. The next is finding your level of ambition. What is it that you're ambitious about? What is it that matters to you most? What is it that you want to accomplish? I tell people, if they're stuck with ambition related challenges, find the thing that if you were to pass away tomorrow, and sometimes this makes people uncomfortable, but if they're really stuck with that, they kind of often do need to look at that. And so if you're stuck, if you were to pass away tomorrow, what is it that you would have wanted to accomplish? What legacy do you want to leave? When you answer that question, your ambition in life becomes clearer, because in order to accomplish that, you have to have ambition about something to get you to where you want to be and have that situation. Now, the next is having no regrets. Now, this is difficult. A no regrets life is extremely difficult to live, because we're all going to have things that we wish we had done differently, experiences that we wish had turned out differently, things that didn't go the way we planned, or opportunities we missed, or signals we missed in relationships, people we disagreed with and we couldn't patch things up with. It's hard, but make a very small segment of your life about regret at all. This means, if you need to, take 15 minutes a day, sure, but let regret be something that you want to avoid and not something you want to embrace. Rumination over the past and regret will steal more of your joy and your time and your energy and your effort than almost anything in the world, because the more you go circular in your regrets, the more time you waste and wait on things to change that you can't change, because you can't change the past no matter how hard you try. So finding a way to understand that connecting with people is important in the now, and building the future you desire is far more important than anything that has happened in the past. Telling yourself a new story about the past might be necessary. The next thing is empathy. So understand that connecting with other people on an emotional level on a consistent and continual basis is important. Empathy does not mean agreement, and that's one thing that has been extremely difficult for a good number of people to learn in the current generation, where fear of offending somebody or fear of things getting out of control can kind of lead people in a negative direction. So empathy means understanding, not necessarily agreement. When you understand where a person's coming from, you can at least have a relationship based on honesty and integrity. If you don't agree with where someone is coming from, that's fine, but the reality of the situation is, at the end of the day, you have to be able to at least have a basic understanding of a person to build a relationship with them, or to get them to do something that you would like them to do, or for you to feel like, hey, I want to help this person, I want to serve this person, I want to make a difference for this person. And so that's super important as well. The next thing to consider is your level of focus. What are you focused on? What are you trying to accomplish? What are the things that are taking your time, both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally? What's taking your time is taking your focus. If your life isn't going in a direction you want it to go, understanding that you need to refocus. And I tell people have a focus for the day and the week and the month and the year and segments of your life. So the more you stretch out your focus, what do I need to accomplish today? What do I need to accomplish this week? Where do I want to be by, in this case, on the day of this audio, May 1st? What do I really want to accomplish? These are the things you got to figure out. The next is using proper filtering. So, we filter between 70 and 80,000 bits of information every day. Our sensory system does that, but also we have to mentally filter people's opinions, the amount of information we choose to listen to, where we choose to spend our entertainment time, our educational time. And so filtering ideas, concepts, and mindsets that that embody who we are or who we want to become versus things that take us down rabbit holes we don't need to go, or things that aren't going to serve us. In other words, we might, someone may want us to agree with them on this or that, but if agreeing with them on this or that doesn't lead us in a positive direction, then there's very little point to going through that place of agreement at all. The next is avoiding distractions. Find the things that take your time when you intend to get something done and you get lost, and maybe not physically destroy them, but really look at, I'm not going to give this thing attention. People get lost in social media. People get lost in addictive behaviors. People get lost in negative thinking. People get lost in gossip. People get lost in lots of things. The things that you get lost in are your points of distraction. Try to find ways to eliminate and or cut off any patterns of distraction if you really care about progress. And you have to be real with yourself. Do you really care about progress, or are you lip servicing your own reality? Now, it's perfectly fine if you are lip servicing your own reality. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing or bad thing. It just is. But you've got to be able to understand the value of being honest with yourself about what you're really doing and what you're actually attempting to accomplish. The next thing in this process, and probably the last for this particular video, is innovate. Innovation is important. New ideas, new concepts, new ways of doing the same old thing, different systems, different processes, different ways of accomplishment, ways to connect with people. There's a million things you can innovate. So look for ways to do things in a way that other people haven't done them before. Even if it's relationship building, even if it's connecting with your friends, your family, your partner, whomever, be willing to do things for their benefit that you haven't done before. Innovation makes you memorable. Innovation also opens the creative nature of your mind, which means when you're willing to innovate in one area of your life, finding solutions to other challenges becomes easier and somewhat simpler, often very much simpler. So in any event, I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.